Hey there, site selectors and economic developers. This is Chris from the Strata Platforms team, and I'm excited to demonstrate for you today what we consider to be the secret sauce in our data collection software Lasso, which is total data recall. In Lasso, if you get invited to a project and submit a property where you answer a bunch of questions and you get asked those questions again in a future project, there's no need to manually enter in those responses again. With Total Data Recall, you can quickly import those responses to your next project. Let's take a look and see how this works. As we can see, I've participated in several projects in the past. So if we go into this project that I participated in last month, and I look at the properties list, we can see that I've submitted 2 sites to that project. This site in particular, the KCI Industrial Center, we can see that I answered 86 questions on this RFI back in July. A total of 42 questions in that project. Now, let's say I get invited to a future project like this one here, and I accept the invitation to participate, and I'd like to go ahead and submit that same KCI site again. What I can do is go over here to Properties, select from my existing properties list, since that property already exists, and then I can quickly add it to my project. Once the property has been added, we can then click the Properties tab again, and we can now see that our KCI site has been added. Now, once I click on the property, this will take me to the property details screen, where I can then begin answering new questions in this RFI for my site. As we can see, this project has 42 questions as well, but we're starting off with just 17% of the questions answered. Now, again, we have answered a lot of questions in this project in a previous RFI. So best practice in Lasso is anytime you are submitting a site after having submitted in a past project is to begin with the Recall Answers feature here at the top. This will then check Lasso to see if there are any answers to the questions in this new RFI that we have answered in the past for this property. So I can click Recall Property Answers here, and with just a couple of seconds, we can see now that I have 30 answers that have just been recalled for this new RFI. So before I even begin answering any of these new questions, we can see here that I now am already 86% complete with my property submission. And all it took, again, was just a couple of clicks to do. Now, another option that you have as well with Total Data Recall is the ability to recall answers one question at a time. So for example, if I didn't click recall previous answers here at the top, what I could have done is gone question by question. And as we can see here, if a question hasn't already been answered, we can click recall previous answer, and that too will fetch any responses we have on file to that question. So you can either recall all of your answers in bulk to give you a huge head start. Another option, of course, like we just saw here, is that you can recall answers on a question-by-question basis, so you can perform quality control and assurance. And for any reason you do need to update a response that is recalled, no problem. Any answer that you do submit to Lasso is going to recall the most recent answer you have on file. So again, if these answers do need to be updated over time, you certainly can, and the Recall Answers feature will work flawlessly. Thank you for watching today's tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to email support@strataplatforms.com. We'll see you on the trail.